welcome back to my channel. So in today's makeup look, I have done a Valentine's Day inspired glittery smoky eye. I've used the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills because to me that palette screams Valentine's Day. It has like warm red tones, orange tones, pink tones, so I've just decided to use that today and I came up with this look. It's semi-soft, semi-glam. I just thought it was like the perfect in between. I was going to do more of a wearable look, but because I've done wearable looks recently, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to splash on some glitter and just make it a little bit extra. Every Valentine's Day I literally sit there and wonder, am I going to be with anyone next year? It's like a running joke, a rhetorical question. Like, I'm really sorry it's raining, it's literally hammering it down. Can you stop, please? Can you stop? Just let me film this intro and then you can start again, okay? No. You wonder why I keep doing voiceovers? This is why. Because it just won't stop and I've got this skylight. Oh, it stopped. I was listened to. Anyway, let's just get on with this video before this rain gets even worse. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start out with my skin makeup, so I'm taking my NYX pore filler and I'm going to squirt a little bit out and pop it onto the centre of my face, my chin. Make sure that I do hit around my nose and then a little bit on my forehead above the brows. I feel like when I rub this in first and then I kind of like pat it in, I feel like it sets better and it just fills in all those pores. So I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Sand. I'm actually loving this foundation at the moment and I feel like the best way to apply it is to dot it all over the face and then blend it out with a sponge. I feel like sometimes if you go in with a sponge straight into the product, straight onto your face, it absorbs most of that liquid, whereas if it's on your face and kind of evenly spread out, then it doesn't absorb too much and then it blends out beautifully. For concealer today, I'm taking my Maybelline Eraser Eye Concealer. Now, I saw someone do this on Instagram and I was like, yes, girl, I'm going to do it too. Because I've never really liked the sponge. I feel like it just holds all the product there. So it's kind of like a waste of product in my eyes. So I just thought I'd cut it off and use my fingers to apply it. And I so much prefer it without the sponge. Honestly, no joke, this concealer is like on the same level as like higher brand concealers. It's one of my favorite drugstore concealers. I'm just going to blend that out using my sponge and I've popped it in all the normal areas that I would conceal, like underneath my eyes, on the centre of my nose, on my forehead, etc. And then I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in light medium. I was doing an Instagram video, this is where I've done like noughts and crosses, highlight and contour, but I'm just using this concealer purely to highlight the face. I wanted my face to be a little bit brighter in the centre and I thought why not add this bit in as well. So yeah, noughts and crosses, contour and highlight saga. For the cream contour part of this video, I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toast and I'm going to cross out everywhere that I'd like to contour, so underneath my cheekbones, in my temples, on my forehead, a little bit at the end of my nose and my chin. Then taking my Pixie Beauty setting mist, I'm just going to pop this all over my face just to kind of dampen the product out so it's easier to blend out because sometimes it dries a little bit too stiff and then you can't really work with it. So I'm just going to do that and then blend it in using my Real Technique sponge. I always tend to do the contour first and then I'll wipe the shade off onto like the back of my hand or something and then I'll go in to blend out all the concealer. The next step I'm going to do is prime my eyelids using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC like I always do, and I'm using my buffer brush from Zoeva just to apply this onto my eyelids to take away any pigmentation that I've got in there. And then just remember to always set the primer in place just so it doesn't crease, and then all your other eyeshadow brushes will just glide on nice and smooth and just makes your life a whole lot easier. Now to set the face in place, I'm going to be taking the Benefit Professional Powder, and I'm going to be taking that on my 141 Zoeva brush to pop underneath my eyes, on my top lip, basically anywhere that you'd normally get a bit oily, so on my nose and then forehead. I'm loving this powder at the moment. I have been reaching for it for the last 2 months. And then just to further make sure that when I do my eyeshadow that none of the fallout is going to kind of stay and stick to my face, I'm just going to bake underneath the eyes and then a little bit on the bridge of my nose and then either side. It just kind of slims it out and like squidges it in. Squidges, I've just made up a word, but it's fine. Onto my favourite part, which is of course the eyeshadow. I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and the first two shades I'm going to go in with is Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. I'm basically going to mix them together to make my kind of like perfect transition shade. I'm going to use my 228 brush from Zoeva to blend this into the crease and really go heavy-handed on the outer corner because it's all about the dramaticness on like the outer edges of this eyeshadow look. Then just dipping my brush into Real Girl, which is a beautiful orange shade. It's so warm, just so nice. So I'm just going to use that again on the same brush and go really heavy-handed and keep this mainly to the outer corner. Again, I just want every colour to be really vibrant and bright and just pack a punch. Pack a punch on the outer corner. That is what I was trying to do with this makeup look. Picking up Venetian Red, which is probably more of like a pinky shade than a reddy shade. I'm just going to pop that on my 227 brush from Zoeva and then work this into the outer corner again, going right from the lash line, dragging up to the outer C and then into the crease. So I fancied smoking out the lash line today, so I'm going to be popping the Cypress Umber shade onto a flat brush, and then I'll be patting this onto my lash line, smoking it out with my little through line brush, and basically repeating the steps until I'm happy with kind of how it's looking. I wanted it to be thinner towards the center of the eye and then thicker towards the end. So I'm picking up one of my favourite shades from the palette, which is Vermeer, and it's a beautiful kind of like crystally, cream, sparkly, shimmery shade. It's just gorgeous and I love it. Like the pigment payoff is just insane. I'm going to pop that on all the way from the inner corner up to when I hit like the pinky bits, and then make sure I blend out all those edges just so it's nice and kind of seamless. So for the next two steps, I highly recommend a glitter glue of some sort. I love my Too Faced one, so I'm just going to pop this onto my eyelid. Then taking Kryolan Glamour Sparkles, I think it is, in Noble. And I'm just going to pat this on using my finger, and it's just going to stick to that glitter glue that we've already placed down. This is such a beauty. It's almost like gold. Is it Reflex from MAC? But it's got like silver in it instead of gold. It's beautiful. Then I just wanted to add a little bit more of sparkle, so I'm going to be taking X-Ray Glitter from Lit Cosmetics. I'm just going to pat this on top. Then diving back into my past, this brings me back to my freelance days, and I always used to use this eyeliner. It's the Collection 2000 Extreme Black Felt Tip Liner, and I'm just going to draw a thin line just to highlight the lashes when we put them on later. Next, I'm going to be going in with Red Ochre for my lower lash line. I'm using the LePage Trends blender brush. I love this brush for my lower lash line, and I'm going to blend that out all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner and make sure I kind of blend it together with the top eyeshadow. Then on top, I'm just going to blend a little bit of that Venetian Red shade just because I wanted it to look a little bit more pinkier rather than red. Then I'm just taking a really small like pencil brush, and I'm just going to go in between the lashes just so none of that skin is like showing through. For my inner corner highlight, I'm taking the Holy Glow palette from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics in volume 2. I'm taking the palest shade, and it's so beautiful. It has like a reflect of purple, pinky kind of shade. It's just gorgeous, so I just thought I'd pop this onto my inner corner using my E10 brush from Blank Canvas. Then picking up the NYX Double Stacked Mascara to thicken up my lashes, my top and bottom ones, to prepare them ready for falsies. For my false eyelashes today, I'm taking the Flutter Lashes in Tamana, and I'm just going to chop a little bit off at the end because they were a little bit too long for my eyes. Always make sure that you do measure them up because trust me, they will just feel more comfortable for you, and it's just easier to put on when they size up to your eyes. And I'm just sticking them on with a bit of duo glue. Back to the face, I'm going to dust off all the excess powder that we have going on, and then bronzing up my face using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm going to pop this on everywhere that we kind of contoured just to set everything in place. I tried out the new highlight and contour palette from the Balm Cosmetics. I'm taking this shade here to further contour just to make my cheekbones look a little bit more prominent and add a little bit more of like a 3-dimension going on situation to my face. I am really impressed with these contour colours. They are beautiful. They're more like a shadow, kind of like an ashy tone rather than super warm. To highlight my face today, I'm mixing these two shades from the palette, and I'm going to pop it on to the highest points of my cheekbones, down the centre of my nose, and then on my Cupid's bow also. For my blusher today, I'm taking the Alpha Cosmetics blusher palette. It has a beautiful range of pinks and a peach colour thrown in there. They're super pigmented and just really nice blushes, so I do highly recommend. This is like a drugstore product and I give it the big thumbs up. For my lips today, I've done 2 different looks. So first of all, I'm going to go in with Bed to Me from Dose of Colours, and I'm going to pop that all over my lips. No liner needed. And then I'm taking the Dose of Colours lip gloss in Bellini on top, which has like a peachy tone to it. I really did like this combination. I did feel like it was a tad too pale for my skin tone, so what I did is I changed it up a little bit and decided to show you 2 different lip looks. I feel like this would be beautiful maybe with a bit of liner. It kind of faded into my skin, if that makes sense. So I changed it to Oak Liner from MAC, lining my lips and obviously doing an ombre, and then going in with the Kat Von D Noble liquid lipstick, which has got a peachy I just wanted it to be peachy pinky, and then I'm patting that just on the center of the lips to kind of add a little bit of lightness there. But yeah, I preferred this one. Obviously I would because it's an ombre than the other one, but you guys let me know what you think, you know, let me know. So that is this makeup look complete. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. This rain is just awful, so until next time guys, I'll see you on my next one.